So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is taking some concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in a really light shade. I really like to use a light concealer because I feel like this really brightens any eyeshadow we're going to be applying, and because the colours we're using are going to be quite dull, it will be quite nice to have that. So the palette that I'm going to be using today is the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette, and I'm going to be taking first of all this really light cool tone beige shade. We're using this as our transition shade with a blending brush from Urban Decay also, and I'm just going to be blending this and applying this into the crease to really prepare it for the darker colours we're going to be applying. If blacks and greys aren't blended properly, they can tend to look a little bit messy and smudgy. I want this to look quite blended, so I'm making sure to apply this really well into that crease and making sure that it's blended properly as well. Next, I'm going to be taking two colours from this palette. I'm mixing this matte grey with this matte brown together. These both create a really nice combination. It's almost like a dark, cool brown, and I really like the way that this looks in the crease. This is really going to help to prepare for the black that we're going to be applying, and I'm just applying this in the crease and just making sure to really push it around, making sure that it's blended into that previous colour, and also applying it into that outer V. That way, like I said, it will be nice and prepared. If there's no colour there before we apply black, the black just doesn't apply properly. So next I'm going to be taking some MAC Black Track gel eyeliner, and I'm going to be taking this on a large pencil brush and applying it into that outer corner. I'm going to make sure to blend this very quickly with some more of that grey brown shade, and I'm just going to be mixing that in and making sure to blend the edges of this eyeliner really well. The reason why I chose eyeliner is because I feel like it looks a lot darker than black eyeshadow on its own, so I'm just kind of blending the edges, and I am just taking a teeny bit of black eyeshadow and patting it on top just to set it, but pretty much once you've blended the eyeliner, it looks really nice and smooth, and I really like the way that it looks. And I'm just cleaning up the edges using a makeup wipe. I just find that this looks so nice and smooth. Not only do I love the way that a clean edge looks, but I also feel like it's really easy to see now if I need any touch-ups. I just go in and blend a little bit, and then I can add my lid color. The lid color that I'm going to be using is the grey matte that we used in the crease, the one that we actually mixed with the brown, but just the grey on its own. And I'm applying that on the lid and just making sure to blend that in with the darker shade that's on the outer corner. Then I'm applying some liquid liner and just applying a nice straight line along the lid. I'm actually not going to be winging it out today. I'm just applying some eyeliner on the outer corner. Whilst it's still wet, I'm just going to be blending out the edges, and that way it blends really seamlessly into the rest of the eyeshadow. I am also just taking a teeny little bit of black eyeshadow just to make it blend a little bit smoother. And then of course I'm taking some of my Certified Phoenix lashes and applying that onto my top lash line and applying some mascara. Really sorry, this bit is out of focus, don't know why. Moving on to my skin, I'm taking some of my Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer and also my Nourishing Primer as well. And first of all going in with the nourishing one and then going on top of it with the smoothing, just because my skin was a teeny bit problematic today. Had a few little bumps on there, so I wanted to make sure I primed it really well. The foundation I'm going to be using is the Too Faced Born This Way. I absolutely love this foundation. I'm just dotting this all over my skin and just blending this in with my beauty blender. I love this foundation for a full coverage. I just feel like it looks so flawless. You also don't need a lot of it as well, which I like. You can kind of just apply one thin layer. I'm applying a little bit more today just because I wanted it to be super flawless. I have done my foundation routine not too long ago, so I'll link that down below, and also you can click the eye for that as well. I definitely explained really well how I like to do my foundation in that video. I'm also going to be applying some concealer under my eyes. I'm taking the Born This Way concealer from Too Faced also. I just realized I used Born This Way foundation and concealer, and I'm just blending that in also with my beauty blender too. I really like a nice bright under eye, so I'm using this in quite a light shade and just applying it in a triangular motion underneath my eye to really lift the eyes and to brighten it also. I do want to make sure that my under eyes look nice and bright because I feel like with smoky colors it can kind of look like you've been punched in the face. Like, it's quite easy to do that if you don't apply enough concealer and make it look nice and bright under there. I'm also setting my face today with a powder that's not the Soap & Glory Instant Retouch. It's actually the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot, which I'm really liking right now. I'm pretty much just setting everywhere with this, and I'm using my Real Technique setting brush, which I actually haven't used in ages, but I really liked the finish. This is a super matte powder, and I really like the finish that it gives. Also, something that was super important for me was making sure that my face was nice and warm because of the cool colors we were using. So I took the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I took the bronzy shade and applied it all around the outer perimeter of my skin. I just feel like it's very easy for my face to look washed out if I don't apply a bronzy shade. So this just really helped my face to look nice and warm. And then I also went in with the Anastasia So Hollywood Illuminator. This just gives a really nice subtle glow on the tops of the cheeks. I used a fan brush, so I definitely feel like this makes it look a lot more dispersed. It doesn't look so precise on the tops of the cheekbones. This looks really nice and glowy. So I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows and one eye off camera because I am going to be doing an updated eyebrow routine very soon. So now I'm going to do the other eye. What I'm going to be doing first of all is just taking some of this Rimmel kohl pencil and applying it into the waterline and also running it along the bottom lash line too. And then I'm going to be doing something that's super easy and just taking some eyeshadow and basically smudging it. You don't have to be neat with this. I liked it looking a little bit more of that kind of smokiness. I really like the way it looks, especially with the colors we used, and of course finishing off with some mascara from Maybelline. And then finally, for one of my favorite parts of this look, I'm going to be taking Night Moth lip liner from MAC and just applying it around the outer perimeter to prepare for this really extreme lip color I'm going to be using. The lip color I'm using is this Melted Matte Lipstick from Too Faced. I have the color listed down below, of course, with all the other products that I used, and I'm just running it all along the lips. It's actually a really deep purple. It's not a black, although in some photos I did definitely feel like I was wearing a black lipstick. This is of course totally out of my comfort zone, and I wouldn't wear something like this out for me, but because I wanted to create something different, I paired it with a super deep lip color. If you did want to use this eye look, you could pair it with many lip colors. I would probably suggest a nude. You could even go for a nudie gray tone. You could go for purples, or even of course something as dramatic as the one I'm wearing. But I definitely stick to the cooler tones just because I feel like it suits this kind of look really well. So guys, that's the end of this makeup tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, then don't forget to like this video for me, share it with your friends, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you guys so much, wishing you love and light, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.